Welcome to the Kamayati Kai Yoga Space. I'm Kai, and today we are going to explore and dive a little bit deeper into Surya Namaskar A or Sun Salutation A. All you're going to need today is yourself and your mat. So go get your goodies and I'll meet you back here. Surya Namaskar A, Sun Salutation A. This is a fantastic practice. All right, so what we'll do today is I'll give a little bit more information about the practice of Surya Namaskar A, how it benefits the body, and then I will give a deep breakdown of the postures. And then there's a couple of different variations that you can do based on your ability. And I will show you 4 different levels, and you will find the one that feels good for you. So sun salutation, it is called this because it is traditionally practiced first thing in the morning. It is a great way to wake up your body, your mind, and your spirit. It's a great way to bring connection to all of these 3 things. It also gives thanks to the sun for everything that the sun does for us on this planet, literally everything. And it also builds heat in the body. It's quite a strengthening practice, quite a masculine practice, and there are 3 variations of Sun Salutation A. There's a Sun Salutation B, and there's even a Moon Salutation, which is a bit softer and it gives thanks to our more feminine side. So the physical benefits of this practice is it's really good for blood circulation. It opens up your lungs and increases your breathing capacity and the oxygen levels in your body. It's great for the endocrine system, the circulatory system, the digestive system, the nervous system as well. It builds flexibility over time as well as strength. And I could go a lot deeper, but I want to get us into the practice. And yeah. So this can also be your practice for the first little while. If you are trying to develop your own personal yoga practice that is not always guided by a teacher, it's a great practice to remember in the back of your head if you're on holiday or something like this and you don't really have the means to access yoga or a yoga teacher. You can do this 5, 10, 15 times, and it is such a great yoga practice on its own. You can just add a twist or 2, because that's the one plane we don't address in this flow. And we also have a very beautiful practice where we do 108 sun salutations. But we're not going to do that today. Come to the top of your mat. Okay, so we start in mountain pose Tadasana, where you spread your toes and ground them into the mat. So imagine your feet are the roots of your tree. Your tree needs to be stable, right? Palms facing forward, we activate the feet, the ankles, give a soft bend into the knees, lightly tuck the tailbone so that we can lengthen and strengthen the trunk, draw the shoulders back and lift your chin forward. Good. Take a moment to just pause here in mountain pose, feeling the strength and the steadiness that it takes to stand actively in mountain pose. Good. Posture number 2, we bring the hands together and we lift them up towards the sky. This is called volcano pose or Urdhva Hastasana. You can reach the fingers nice and high. Imagine somebody's pulling your fingers. If balance is a bit of a challenge, you can keep your eyes looking at the floor. And again, we lengthen all the way up, nice and high. Good. You also have the option here to bend the knees, allow the hips to come a little bit forward, maybe bend the elbows and open your chest. Deep breath in and out. Good. Bring those hands down. Next, we fold forward. Bend your knees, bring your hands to the floor. Forward fold or Uttanasana. Allow your head to relax. Allow your weight to rock a little bit back into your feet. And you can keep your knees bent as much as you like, or maybe, and when maybe your hamstrings start to allow for some space, you can start to lengthen the back of your legs and bring your nose a bit closer to your knees. And then we have Ardha Uttanasana. Bring your hands to your shins, halfway lift. Squeeze the bum, allow the weight to get back into the heels again. Activate and lift through the knees and the thighs. Belly hugs in, shoulder blades back. And exhale, bend your knees and fold once again. Bring your hands to the floor. And then we step back into tabletop. The most traditional form of the Surya Namaskar is in plank, but like I said, I'm going to give you levels. All right, so here you want the inside of your elbows facing forward, your fingers nice and widely spread on the floor. Press the toes into the ground, hug the belly in, solid in the upper back. Inhale to lengthen the shoulders forward, and then you're going to bend your elbows into your ribs and slowly bring yourself down. As you can feel, this is quite a strong practice on the arms. So you can do this to build the strength that you need to get to the plank variation of this flow. Bring your body to the floor. Inhale, press your toes into the ground, pubic bone into the ground. Lift a little bit, baby cobra. Bhujangasana. Exhale to tuck your toes down and send your hips back to your heels. Take a moment in child's pose. Option to stay here if your wrists have had enough. Or you can come up into downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. In downward facing dog, what's really nice here is to press the hands and feet into the floor, bend the knees a little bit, and then reach your hips up and back. It's more important to lengthen the spine than lengthen the legs. And you can hug your ears a little bit towards your shoulders. Look towards your knees. You take 2 to 5 breaths here in a traditional flow. So take a moment here. How does this feel for you? Bend the elbows just a little bit. Good. Inhale to look up in between your hands. And 1 foot at a time. Let's walk all the way back up to the top. And then we come out of the flow. Inhale to bring your hands to your shins. Ardha Uttanasana. Once again, squeeze the bum. Lengthen and strengthen the quads. Open your chest. Exhale to bend your knees and fold. Relax your head and neck and shoulders. Press through your feet and slowly rise all the way up. We can bring those fingers up towards the sky again. Reach them up, up, up. Maybe you're just here where you tuck the tailbone down and lengthen through the side body. Maybe you invite a little back bend over here. Scoot the hips a little bit forward and open the chest. And exhale, bring your hands down through the center and release into mountain pose. Okay, so that is Surya Namaskar A. In yoga, it is a big thing to connect your breath with your movement, bringing the union of breath, body, mind, spirit, all the things that are us. Otherwise, you're just moving. So let's see if we can add some breath. We'll do it a little bit slower now, and then we'll add a bit of pace. Okay. Inhale, scoop those arms up. Exhale, maybe you bend the knees and open the chest a little bit. Inhale, fold forward. Bring the hands to the floor, and exhale, allow your nose to come towards your knees. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Really press down into the heels, open the chest, lengthen the spine. And fold forward, bring your hands to the floor as you exhale. Stepping back into your plank or your tabletop. Okay, bring the chest forward. Bend the knees. Now this is a little bit more difficult than the previous one. You're going to bend the elbows, and then you're just going to bring the chin and the chest to the floor. Hips are up. Okay, so it's a lot stronger on the arms, on the belly. And then from here, you push away a little bit and bring your chest forward into baby cobra. Deep breath in. Exhale, tuck your toes. Send it back to child's pose, option to stay. Or 3 breaths in downward facing dog. Find what feels good here in your downward facing dog. If your stance needs to be a little bit wider, do that. If you want a deep bend in the knees, do that. Yoga is not about looking perfect. It's about finding what feels good in your body. Deep breath in. And out. Last one. And out. Inhale, look up in between your hands. So you can walk like we did just now, or you can take bigger steps to the front. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, slowly rise all the way up. Scoop those fingers forward and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Deep breath in here. Open the chest a little bit. And exhale, mountain pose, Tadasana. Okay, now I'm going to invite Ujjayi breath, ocean breath. So it's like a slight restriction at the back of your throat, like you're fogging up your glasses. If you don't know what this breath is, I have a video over here that explains it a little bit deeper and takes you through a bit of a breathwork practice. Check that video out after this so you know what I'm talking about. Okay. So standing in your mountain pose, inhale. So you can also scoop your arms out to the sides. Deep breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, bring your hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, plant your hands, step back into tabletop, or maybe you find plank. Good. So I'm going to do plank. You pick your poison. And then you reach your shoulders forward, bend your elbows, and you really want to bring your chest and your hips down at the same time. There we go, slowly building strength. If you find that your hips do this, please stick to the knees, chest, chin situation until you feel strong enough, because you will cause discomfort and pain in your lower back if you just drop your hips like that. Okay, so bring it all the way down. Inhale, lift up, press the floor away from you. Maybe we try cobra this time. Full Bhujangasana. Exhale, send it back to child's pose or downward facing dog. I'm going to take child's pose for 3 breaths. If you took child's pose like me, Come up into your downward facing dog. Look up in between your hands. Now you also have the option to jump to the top. But we don't want to jump like an ogre. We want to jump like a bunny. So it's very light. And you land soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Press down through your heels, slowly rise all the way up. Scoop those arms out to the side, deep breath in. Exhale, come down into mountain pose. All right, we are going to do 3 rounds, flowing through Sun Salutation A. You pick the level that suits you best. Let's meet at the top. Inhale, scoop your arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, bend your knees and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands and step back. Inhale. Exhale, find your way to the ground. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you lift your knees off the ground for Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward dog. And exhale, child's pose, downward dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, look up. Exhale, walk, hop, or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, let's rise to the top. Scoop those arms up. Exhale, bring your hands down, mountain pose, Tadasana. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana, lift up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Inhale. Exhale, find your way down. Inhale, lift up into your choice of heart opener. Exhale, child's pose or down dog, 3 breaths. Notice the sensations in your body. Be present. Inhale to come up into down dog if you were down. Walk, hop, or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, bend your knees and fold. Inhale, press through the feet, slowly rise all the way up. Scoop your arms up. Inhale. Exhale, mountain pose. Last round. You've got this. Well done, yogis. Inhale, lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step back. Maybe you go a level up, maybe you go a level down. Find your way down. Inhale, your choice of back bend. Exhale, child's pose or down dog, 3 breaths. Inhale to come up into down dog if you were in child's pose. Look up, walk, hop, or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press through the feet, come all the way up. Scoop those arms up and out. And exhale, bring your hands down through center and take a moment here in your mountain pose. If you feel comfortable to do so, you can close your eyes a little bit and just notice. Feel the heat and the blood pumping through your body. Feel the expansion in your breath. Notice if you stand still or if you find your body swaying a little bit. Great. Open the eyes. All right. Come to sit down with me for a second. So rest your hands on your knees. Sit up nice and tall and softly close down the eyes. Allow your weight to sit a little further back into your bum cheeks. And sit nice and tall. Lengthen the spine. Good. Close the eyes if it feels comfortable to you. And we're going to ask a few pondering questions and just see what comes up. Ask yourself, did I listen to my body through this practice and stick to a level that my body is capable of? If you didn't and you went a bit further, that's perfectly fine. Maybe you learned a boundary or realized that your body is more capable than you thought. Ask yourself, how do you feel now as opposed to before the practice began? Good. Gently open your eyes again. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice, and be sure to come back as many times as you need to make sure that your body feels comfortable in a Sun Salutation A before you carry on. I will be releasing another video where we just do like 5 or 6 10 Sun Salutations in a row, and that can be a practice that you attend as well. Then you don't need the breakdown of the video, so that'll be quite cool. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe, share with other friends that would also like to start out their yoga journey. And I can't wait to see you again next time.